Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Mary and I give you guys an extra warm welcome. I would love it if you grabbed a snack, stayed for a while, and click the subscribe button. I would love to have you. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate you more than you know. As you can tell by the title of the video, another day, another foundation review. I'm actually just a tiny bit late to the game for this particular foundation. It's the #1 foundation by Chanel. I purchased this only because I had points at Ulta and I got it for free because this bad boy costs $70. So if you want to know if this foundation is worth your money, which is a lot of money that it would be worth for a foundation, then just go ahead and keep on watching. All right, guys, I am using natural lighting. So if you see a shifting in light, that is why. Also, I am going to be switching up my background. I know that was in my New Year's resolutions video, but we are currently looking at houses and we might be putting in an offer on this one house. So I might be moving pretty soon. My honey is going back to work soon, so I'm taking advantage that I can film earlier while he's here, especially for foundation reviews. I feel natural lighting just kind of gives you a more true color of what it actually looks like when you go out in the real world with this makeup. So that's gonna be chaos. I will let you guys know when and if that is happening. But back to the foundation, just a little life update. This, I believe, is an Ulta exclusive and Chanel Boutiques exclusive. I honestly am very stoked that Ulta is getting all of these more high-end luxury brand products available at their store. I personally prefer the point system that Ulta has to offer than Sephora. Like I mentioned in my intro, I got this for free because of the Ulta points I have. I didn't use all my points, but I looked to see if I had enough, and I did. I had more than enough to get this $70 foundation for free. And it's probably the only reason why I picked it up. I'm not going to lie. I do own the Chanel Latent foundation and concealer, and that, as of right now, is my #1 foundation from both drugstore and high-end. It's just my #1 right now. The finish is just so pretty. I can talk about it all day long. So I'm curious to see if this is going to take that spot. Okay, so like I mentioned, it's $70. You do get 1 fluid ounce. It was made in France and it has a 12-month shelf life. So let's look at the claims for this foundation. I will go ahead and link down below Nicole TV, I think that is her name. I will put her name somewhere on here, and I will also go ahead and link her channel down below. She did a perfect presentation and description and just so much info on the hard work that went into this line. They have basically been growing this camellia flower for I think 10+ years and been doing research on it and what it does to your skin and how it helps it out. So this foundation and this line has been in the works for some time. So it's not something they just popped out of their, excuse my language, ass, you know, and decided, you know, let's get money out of this. No, it's been in the works. I did purchase the shade B30, which is the same shade that I am in the Chanel Latent foundation. So on here it says it is a buildable foundation with a luminous finish, enriched with red camellia oil and moisturizing ingredients. The formula softens skin and helps protect against environmental aggressors. The complexion appears plump and naturally more beautiful. Day after day, skin takes on a youthful glow. You guys already know how I feel about skincare and foundations. It's nice that they're in there, but I wouldn't count on them. It's like school bus time, so FYI. For me, makeup is makeup, skincare is skincare. It is nice when it does have that extra perks, but don't count on it to improve your skin drastically. Let's go ahead and get this bad boy on my skin. All right, guys, it is 3:23 in the afternoon. I am looking a little pinky. All I have is that Wet n Wild serum thing, I forget what it's called, for hydration. Now I'm going to go into my Professional. This is the Pearl Primer going to use this in my T-zone. Does a good job at minimizing my huge pores. That is my boy twin crying as usual. If we do end up getting this house, my filming area, which will be my own personal office with an actual door, it's gonna be so nice. And I am going to go into this Glassy Touch in Sol. I actually really enjoy this primer. Not too many people talk about it. I have seen a couple of people talk about it. I forget who, but it does a good job for me. Okay, I do enjoy the box. I think it's just pretty simple, right to the point. I do love the little red detail inside. I thought that was very cute. I think this is the color of the red camellia flower, and this is what the bottle itself looks like. It is a frosted glass. It has a little Chanel logo right here, and it's a pump. Great. I totally forgot to bring my Chanel sealer. So we're gonna go in with the Lacombe Tint Idole Ultra Wear. Hopefully this is a good match. I mean, it's the same shade as the other one, and that one works beautifully. I did bring a sponge, and I also brought my favorite foundation brush. So let's go ahead and pump some out. I think it's gonna be a good shade. There is the texture. So it's not runny like all of the recent foundations. Well, some of them I've been reviewing. So let's start with this side. Okay, it definitely does feel like a thicker consistency. I don't mind. Let's blend it out. I have seen a couple of reviews and people seem to be enjoying this, so hopefully I do too. It does have a fragrance, so if you don't like that, but it's not super potent like the Dior. I feel like the Dior is like a punch in your face. This one is not, and it's also not as potent as the Le Tint. Okay, I added just a tiny bit more. Actually, I'm lying. It is as potent as the Le Tint. So yes, if you don't like if it gives you headaches or anything like that, you might not enjoy this. Okay, so that is what it looks like with the brush. Very beautiful, very natural, my skin, but better. Okay, now we're going to do this side with the sponge. Okay, this is a Sonia Kashuk sponge. It's already damp. So let's, I don't like the sponge. I end up not liking the sponge side. But I figured for the video's sakes and for your sake, I'll go ahead and use the sponge. And then this is also why, look at all that foundation just wasted. It's horrible. I definitely do feel though like this one absorbs a little bit more. Okay, I'm gonna add a tiny bit more on this side. I used a full pump, and then now I'm gonna do like half a pump, which is what I did for the other side, and see if we see a difference in the coverage. Because look at all this product. One of the main reasons I dislike using sponges. I definitely feel like you do get a slight, not much, more coverage on this side than this side. Like you could see, but the finish is still beautiful. Me personally, I'm going to be using this with a brush. Okay, so I did add another half a pump. So in total, I used 3 pumps. And this is what we got. I did add the rest of it with my brush just because I prefer it with the brush. Okay, so right off the bat, even though this is beautiful, even though this looks like my skin and it is glowy, you could tell, I am actually preferring the Chanel Le Tint because I feel like it might have just been a combo of the primers that I used, but they're not drying. I do feel like this is making me look the tiniest bit dry, and my skin is not dry right now. Like my lips actually feel okay. My skin feels good. It's not cold here anymore. It hasn't been in the 40s here in almost a week. It's not as beautiful as the Chanel Le Teint. Okay, so let me, you know what? Let me put on concealer and finish off the face, and then we'll talk. We'll see what it looks like, okay? Okay, so I brought you in closer. I did go in with my Pat McGrath under eye powder in light for my under eyes, and as you saw, the Laura Mercier for the rest of my face. And I just wanted to show you a close-up. So it does look pretty. It looks mattifying. Do I see a glow? Not really. You guys already know I have to set my face, so this was going to happen. Yeah, I just feel like it's making my skin look a tiny, like the tiniest of bit dry. So I don't know. I won't be able to do the wear test today. I'll be doing that tomorrow and we'll see how it acts. As of right now, first impressions, it's beautiful. It's a very pretty foundation. It's a little more mattifying once I set it down, even though it is supposed to hydrate me and give me a natural glow. But other foundations, after I powder them, I still feel like they still pull glowy. In this one a tiny bit, but not really. I feel like it's pretty matte. All right, let me finish up the rest of my face and I will be right back. All right guys, I brought you in closer so we can see what the face looks like with this foundation after my makeup is all nice and done. So I finished everything, and now that it's been sitting on my skin, it does look a tiny bit better, but I still feel like it's really emphasizing texture on my chin. I feel like everywhere I have concealer, so maybe it's the concealer because my under eyes are looking bad. bad. You know what? Even over here, it's looking a little bit slightly dry. Yeah, I'm not loving this foundation. Oh my goodness. I am so sad. I was hoping I would love it just how I love the Chanel Le Teint. Okay guys, so I am checking in with the N.1 De Chanel foundation, and I'm only checking in more than once because I did not love this upon first impressions. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. So I did do a couple of things different. Last night, I made sure to put some vitamin C oil, which usually hydrates my skin very well. And I was also very particular about the primers I used today. Oh my gosh, my lips are so dry. Ignore that, please. So I went in with the e.l.f. Putty Primer in my T-zone, and I went in with the Lauren Conrad for the rest of my face. Also, I made sure that my face was nice and hydrated. I let everything sink in, and then I applied the foundation. So far, this is a foundation that I feel I'm not going to love upon first impressions until it starts sinking into my skin. So far, so good. I do like the way it looks. I feel it looks beautiful. This is also a foundation that I do have to set after I powder, and I haven't really been using setting spray. I don't know, I just haven't felt like I have needed to use it. So I haven't been using my setting sprays, and finally with this foundation, I feel like I do. It's thundering outside, guys. It's wearing okay. We're 2 hours in. I finished applying at 11:45. It is 1:45. I'm not hating this. I just don't love it upon first impressions like I wish I did. Okay, It might be redeeming itself. It just sucks that I have to think about what I need to do in order to make it look like this. All right, guys, second and last check-in of the day. It is now 6:45. It's actually probably a little bit past 6:45. Sorry, my hair is, I am a mess. It is hair wash day and I am about to jump in the shower. Okay, so I've been wearing this for about 7 hours, and I did forget to mention earlier that I did go in also with the Chanel Le Tint concealer, which I absolutely love. That is one of the only concealers that does not crease on me without it being set, which is beautiful. Just goes to show the formula is absolutely amazing. All right, so some of you are probably thinking, this lady is crazy. Her foundation has been looking good this whole time. Yes, it has. It looks good. It just, I did not fall in love with this formula. And I kept saying first impressions, the last check-in. What I meant is upon first application. When I first applied this foundation, at least the last, 2 or 3 times. So when I recorded the beginning of this review video, which was my very first impressions, and also yesterday when I put it on for the other video that I did. Upon first application, I don't love this foundation. I feel like it makes me look just a tiny bit dry, and I thought maybe it was a concealer, but I'm wearing the Chanel Le Tint concealer, which is a beautiful concealer, and I still feel like it was looking just a tiny bit, and I mean the tiniest bit of dry, and like it was just kind of sitting on top of my skin. So that's what I mean by dry. Now that it has settled in, kind of combined with my oils, I am really liking how it looks. So I like this foundation once I've been wearing it for a little bit. Upon first application, no, I don't, which sucks because I thought I was going to fall in love with this foundation and I didn't. It's just not as good as the Chanel Le Tint foundation. It just really isn't. It's a beautiful foundation and I will probably be using it because I have it, but I do not fall in love with it like I thought I would, which sucks because so many other people really like this foundation, and I saw Tanya B. Wells's review on it, and I mean, of course she is dry skin, but she is really enjoying it, so I was excited because of that, and I did not fall in love with it like I thought I would. All right, well, that concludes this wear test, and I'm going to take it back to Mary in the studio. All right, guys, as of now, first impressions, I'm not absolutely loving this. I will need to keep testing it out, maybe try different primers. Yeah, I feel like I look makeup-y. I don't know, I cannot describe it. That's just upon first impressions. I am excited to wear this tomorrow and do the wear test and see if it's any different. Hopefully it is. You guys already know the answer to that. This is past Mary, and the check-in for the wear test is future Mary. But yeah, as of right now, first impressions, I am not loving this, and I hate that. It could be one of the ingredients that is in here from the skincare. I don't know, but so disappointing. I mean, from far away you could see and you probably think, oh, that looks beautiful, but close up, I'm telling you, I don't like the way my skin is looking. It looks makeup-y. After the concealer, I thought maybe it would be the concealer that's doing it, which is also odd because I love the Lancome Teint Idole Ultra Wear. I've been loving that concealer, so maybe it's just my skin. I think what I'm going to do is make sure that my skin is very hydrated for the wear test, and you guys already know how that went. So okay, I'm a little sad. It's been a good minute since I've had a bad first impressions with a foundation. I feel like a lot of the foundations work fairly well for me. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this video and another day, another foundation review. Makeup industry is starting off strong with all these foundations just back to back to back. We'll see if any other makeup brand comes out with any more foundations. Hopefully not, because I'm kind of foundationed out. All right, guys, well, that concludes this video. I would love it if you gave this video a big ol' thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it, and you would definitely help me out in the algorithm of hopefully bringing some new and fresh eyes to my channel. And if you haven't done so already, I would love it if you joined my small YouTube family by clicking the subscribe button. I would love to have you. Okay guys, I will see you on the next video. Bye.